Daylon, what do you got this morning? Top 3 ways to do more with less time?
Top 3 ways to do more with less time. Who can tell me? First of all, I want to thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning for Mindset Monday. We're here every single Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning just to bring some content, to bring in some valuable information, tips, tricks, strategies, stuff that you can use, but most importantly, get your mindset strong. There's no better way to start the week than to have the right mindset. So let me ask you guys, what is the most valuable asset we all have? Who can tell me that?
Your income.
Your
Time.
time. Okay, time. So today, for the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about productivity. I don't know if you noticed, but we talked about how to have a great day and how to make that happen every single day. And today we're continuing on productivity and we're going to be talking about time, especially the top 3 ways that you can do more with less time. What is the purpose of that? Since time is the most valuable asset we all have, we want you to have more time in your hands so you can spend with those that you love. Isn't that the purpose of having a business? Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I wish I just had more time. I have so many things to do. I am so busy. Can you relate to that? I think we all can relate to that. And I think we all want to have more time in our lives. So today I'm going to share with you 3 tricks that you can use to do more with less time. Ultimately, putting more time in your hands and putting more time in your life. So if you stay with us until the end, I'm going to give you a report. Actually, that's actually a report that we put together. And it's called the top 3 ways to do more with less time. So those strips, and there's a little bit more information in there that you can, you can use and you can implement in your life. So I'll send that report to you if you stay all the way to the end with us, especially those of you that are new, that are joining us for the very first time, or maybe you haven't, this is not your first time, but you've been joining us and been following us and been joining to these trainings and meetings for a while now. So if you're one of those, please make sure you reach out to us. We'll send it to you so you can have that information with you. The top 3 ways to do more. So let's start with number 1, and that is you got to build a schedule. Now, that may seem like a preschool concept, right? But here's what you need to do. You got to take your task or the task that are harder, that demand more attention from you, and flip them to the beginning of the day. The reason is that we have more energy in the morning, or at least I do, compared to, in the afternoon. I'm like a bird in the morning. I'm ready to go. So if you can focus on those harder tasks in the morning and knock them out, you feel good about it. And you feel good about yourself. Then we can do this less demanding things that require less focus and effort after lunch or later in the evening. Now, here's the deal. If you want to do this, you have to take out distractions in the morning. If you're immersed in an important project or in the zone, an interruption can totally derail you. Next thing you know, you're picking up the pieces and you're wasting major time. So to avoid this, you gotta block off part of your schedule and let people or colleagues know that you will be unavailable until after lunch or whenever you'll be available again. And yes, those connections with others are very important. But at the end of the day, they're so much easier to address. And if it's a personal relationship, it can even help you unwind, because unwinding and reflecting should also be part of the end of your day as a task. Ask yourself what worked, what didn't work, and what you're going to do differently to be on your A game the next morning. So maybe put number 1 as a goal for perhaps today would be great. If not, how about you start tomorrow morning? Number 2, chunk your time in smaller pieces. So here's the deal about that. Sometimes we underestimate how much we can get done in a small chunk of time. We just look at the big picture and get overwhelmed with how many changes we want to make. So start thinking smaller than a year. Then start thinking smaller than a month, a week, even a day. Instead, look at an hour of your time and see how you spend it. you'll probably start noticing wasted time, maybe surfing the internet or on Facebook or just doing whatever. If you can get things done in those small amount of times, it's more fulfilling for you. And here's an example. Let's say you are at a meeting and the person you're meeting with is 50 minutes late. Instead of scrolling through your phone mindlessly, make use of that time. You can use email. You can reach out to contacts, read up on trends in your industry, or check out an article that you've been wanting to look at. Me personally, I keep a small list on my phone of things that they're not urgent, and those items for I leave them for whenever I have time. And when I have 15 minutes, a 15-minute window, I pull up the list and I work on that. So keep that in mind as number 2, to chunk your time in smaller pieces. And number 3, and last one will be to track your time with an app. And that's my third tip, is to track your time with the help of an app. And you can look up different apps. There's a bunch of them. You got to pick one that works for you. If you do that, you'll start noticing this hidden time-sucking culprits. You'll start developing a strategic plan of attack to wipe those out. Then you'll think of the next 2 weeks and figure out a different way to get things done. You might even find yourself with more spare time to spend with your loved ones or friends or doing things that you really like and enjoy. So those are the three ways, or the top 3 ways that you can do more with less time. So just to recap, number 1 is to build a schedule. Number 2, it will be to chunk time in smaller pieces. And number 3, track your time with an app. Even the phone, if you have an iPhone, for example, a smartphone, we all have one. You can, it comes with productivity apps that you can use to even track your time and see how you spend it. The point is, again, time is the most valuable asset we all have. So we want to spend it wisely, and we want to be effective and efficient as to how we use our time. And don't we all want to use time on our side to spend with those that we love? So for those of you that are joining us, if you want to discover more tricks or to manage your time, be more productive, then if you're joining us for the very first time, or you're an agent that have been joining us, but you're still not part of Broker Nation, I definitely suggest that you go to joinbrokernation.re.com, sign up for one of our mentorship program. And in there, you will have an assortment of practical advice, tips. You could even work one-on-one with one of our top producers and or even one of our brokers or myself to help you yield huge results and become the next top producer. So if you want that report, which contains a lot more information, the top 3 ways to do more with less time, feel free to send us an email. My email address is dailang@brokernation.net. Or feel free to reach out to Steve. We'll send you the report, and also we'll send you more information on upcoming trainings and events that we might be having. So with that said, guys, thank you so much. That was Mindset Monday. I hope you find it helpful and insightful, and you put it to good use in your life and your business. And again, we're here for you, whatever you need. Send us your email or request information. We'll send it to you. Steve, do we have anything coming up this week?
Yes, we're going to have part 2 of our Chime CRM training for Broker Nation agents. So any Broker Nation agents that are still not using Chime to its full potential, our marketing platform and IDX website platform, this is going to be 102, part 2, following up from last week. So look for the signups for that at brokernation.events.
Excellent. So we look forward to that. If you guys want to join, please go to the website, register. If you know anybody that will benefit from this, if you're one of our agents, please feel free to register, invite them over, and take advantage of those trainings. All right, guys, with that said, please, I hope you have a wonderful Monday. Please stay safe and stay tuned for our next training. All right? Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Delon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Jane.